Nation here with Coach Hafner for week number 10 as we're taking on Graceland, going over to Lamoni on Saturday. Got to talk about it. It's a heartbreaking loss last week, but got to talk about it. And just kind of recap that game, Coach. I mean, I don't think obviously we could play a little better, but overall played really well. It just came down to just didn't get the points when we needed them.
Well, and that's, that's the part that sticks out in everybody's mind.
Right.
Obviously when we go back and look at film, we had plenty of other opportunities to score more points and things like that. But, the thing that, and I told the kids this after the game, I'm not going to be less proud of them for the way they played. I'm not going to love them any less because we lost.
Right.
But it's just one of those things that, it makes it a little bit harder because we really felt like we had the opportunity to win the game.
Sure.
We were up 7-6 at half with a great defensive battle in the first half turned into an offensive struggle, basically in the second half. And we had chances to score more that we didn't. We had chances to stop them a couple times and we didn't.
Right.
Game ended up in a couple overtimes and we just came up short.
Sure.
So I'm proud of the way our kids played. After going through this week, I really think that we've put it behind us and we're ready to play another game.
Sure. Not that, you can't look back and can't say, well, what if this, what if that, or whatever. But, considering the situation of how many people were injured, a lot of people stepped up and came up big. Nick Locker in particular, freshman stepping right into those big shoes of Tyler's and having a great game. I mean, he did everything that you could ask for in a freshman quarterback.
Oh, he did, and we didn't help him out. I say I didn't really help him out much in the second quarter. We tried to get in a couple different formations, and they started junking us up on defense a little bit, and he got a little bit confused, and rightly so.
Sure.
We should have just stuck with where we were at and just gone with it, and we tried to get a little bit cute, and that's not his fault. That's my fault. And,
sure.
And so we struggled a little bit to move the ball there in the second quarter, but after halftime, when we decided that we were just going to stay in what we knew, we knew how they were going to line up, and we knew where everybody was.
Sure.
We left the tight end in the game, which really helped us.
Right.
And so by doing that, we really helped him a lot, and he really, got settled in. Made some nice plays, the throw to Van Parker after he scrambled out of the pocket, and had some nice runs, and really did a good job of moving the offense. Really, really proud, and our future is really bright with Nick. We feel good about that.
Yeah, definitely. Switching gears to Graceland this week. This is a team that they're playing on Senior Day. They're out of the playoff hunt, obviously. They'd love to, ruin any. Not huge playoff potential for us or hope for us, but I mean, still there. Obviously, if things work out, we can definitely still get in. But they'd obviously love to be a spoiler. And looking statistically, they play a lot of low-scoring games overall. They've had a few good games, but they've, for the most part, not scored a lot. But they've also done a good job defensively. Played Grandview to a game that, if you've ever seen the picture, it looks like Graceland probably should have won that, whatever, maybe, but that's a good team.
Mm-hmm. Well, as far as athletic ability, it's probably one of the most talented teams we've played.
Sure.
And they're young, they have some inexperienced players, they've got some junior college kids that this is their first year there, and but they are very talented.
Yeah.
And so, there's no question, you look at, we beat MidAmerican Nazarene in 3 overtimes week 2, and in week 3 MidAmerica goes to their place and gets beat.
Right.
And so you just have to really make sure that you're focused on what's in front of you. You can't look back, you can't look ahead, and especially with what just happened and what could happen and those things. Fortunately, and I've talked about this before, but fortunately for us, we have an experienced football team.
Yeah.
We know that if we go down there and we don't play well and we would get beat, then we're done.
Yeah.
And so they would like nothing else to beat a ranked opponent.
Sure.
And for us, we need to go down there and make sure that we play well in order for that not to happen.
Sure.
I have all the confidence in the world in our kids. I really think we're going to go down there and play a good football game, and hopefully we can score enough and end up winning the game. But they are very talented for sure.
Right. Kind of break them down a little bit. What do they do especially well? And like I said, again, statistically, not all that impressive. They seem to have fairly well-rounded both sides, but neither way do they really jump off of them.
Well, offensively, their quarterback is the key to their
Sure.
what they do. And
Yeah.
you know, they are good up front. They do like to run the football. They like to throw play action. They're going to spread you out all over the field.
Right.
They're going to make you defend one-on-one situations, and
Sure.
and you're going to have to tackle in space. And that's what they want you to do. They want the one-on-one matchup, and you know, if you can continue to tackle them time after time one-on-one, then we're going to be fine.
Right.
You know, defensively, they're going to line up in multiple fronts. They're going to try and do, you know, if you were at the Benedictine game, they're going to try and do some of those things to us and try and confuse us and try and, you know, keep us off balance and those things. And they're good at what they do. You know, they played Benedictine 2 weeks ago, 24-19 or something like that. And so, you know, they're a very good football team. They like to try and confuse you. They like the one-on-one matchup, and they're solid in the kicking game. And so, you know, that's what they're going to try and do. And we're going to try and go down there and be relaxed and confident and play our football game.
Right. And again, health-wise, we're back to about full strength. You've got Tyler back. You've got other individuals back in the lineup. Obviously, that's key at the end of the year, that you want to be, you know, at 100, as close to 100% as possible. You know, I assume everybody's ready to go, and all that.
We're still without a couple offensive linemen. Ryan Westmoreland he's probably, you know, he could go and be a backup in an emergency situation if we needed him. Jake Wills, you know, those two play the same positions, and they're both banged up, so we've had to move Caleb Giz to left guard, and we've moved Nick Jackson to left tackle, and you know, and so we would have to do some rearranging if one of those two got hurt. But you know, it is what it is. We practice for those situations. Those kids, you know, Nick Jackson played a great football game last week for his first game, and you know, Caleb played great for his first game at left guard in about 3 years, and so so we're prepared, and we're proud of the way those kids have prepared themselves, because that's never an easy situation. But you know, Hunter Berry's back. You know, hopefully he'll get some snaps. He probably not quite 100%, but he's feeling a lot better. And we get Keegan Murphy back this week, so we're happy about that. And you know, hopefully we can just go play well. And that's the whole thing. Our kids are prepared. And we're confident. We know that we can win games if we play well, and we can sure go the other way if we don't. So so it should be an exciting day Saturday.
Right, definitely. All right, thanks, Coach. Lamoni, 2 o'clock start, so check out the Statesman. Last road game of the year until playoffs.
Right.
So check them out over at Lamoni, 2 o'clock. So
Very good. Thank you very much.